Disneyland Park, California or anywhere. This is one I put together using many workshops from the Steam Workshop site. This one's Disney coasters to start us off. This was the starter off pack, and then I just built around it roadways and other bits and pieces, bridges, some of which I used that was already available, others I've designed myself. This starting area, this was kind of, some of it was done for me, except for the rest of this now. The whole of this map, bit by bit, I put together. Individual rides were built by other workshops, and I will show you some of what I did at the end of this. So we're going down to Main Street now, and we've got a few trams there. I couldn't find any horse-drawn trams, which would have been nice. And we're now on the People Mover. Now this is taken from the Californian Disneyland. Now although we're travelling on the People Mover, at the side of us we've got the old People Mover cars. Heading towards Space Mountain, and the monotrain running just underneath, because it does run around in Tomorrowland. We have the Astro Orbiter in the background there. Also decided to go for a few rivers and lakes around just to make it a little bit different, which I think has really made a big difference actually. Space Mountain over in the background there, you can see the spires. This is the Tiki area, where the Tiki birds are. And the Jungle River Cruise. This is the Splash Mountain. This is a little made up area here. I thought it would be quite nice to have an island just full of trees. Got a few autumn colours coming in there as well. You've got the Mark Twain riverboat over there, and just behind it is Big Thunder Mountain. through the castle into Fantasyland itself. And it's a small world. This is the Disneyland Paris colours, isn't it? Travelling up my man-made river, various bridges along the way as well. This one travels from, I think, is it from Tomorrowland into Fantasyland and through on into Frontierland. This also looks great at night as well, which will be another upload I'll be putting up very shortly. There's Mickey's house in the background, and right next to it, It's a Small World facade. Look at the water, look at the reflections in the water, isn't that beautiful? On board the monorail, just passing the entrance of Disneyland itself. The Grand Tour Railway that takes you around the perimeter of Disneyland itself and through some of the attractions, just passing over one of the arches, the entrances, and passing the Main Street station. There we've got Big Thunder Mountain on your right side there. Here we are in the Jungle River Cruise. This one's got crocodiles in it. Do check out, if you get this the particular program, do check out the workshop and find out what is available for you to build. Some parts where you can do everything from scratch. It's great if you can do it from scratch, but a lot of people do pull together to produce different parts, especially of the Disneylands and the Magic Kingdoms. So you can have a lot of fun putting down roadways, using what's available, and also using your own skills as well and judgment. And you should come up with something not too dissimilar to this. See the little arches down there? That will all be available in your custom workshop. Here's Mickey's house. I'm going to take a look at just some of the beginning of the building of this park that I worked on. Except at this point the work was already cut out for me, so it kind of started just like this really. So Disney Coasters Workshop, you'll find this one, and that will start you off. As you can see, the rest of the area is completely not there. It's just all fields. So now you can say, I remember this when this was all fields. I also expand it as well. So apart from filling the moat area up with water, we need to add some rocks around the edge. There's various different types of rocks. Some of them are full of moss. They're very, as you can see, there's different colours. Just keep searching down there and you'll come up with something there. Various different sizes as well. You can twist them around. You just press your Control and Z and that will twist the same one around, and you can use that many times over at a speed as well. It takes its time. It's all very therapeutic. If you like sitting down doing things like a crossword puzzle or an actual jigsaw puzzle, try something like this. It's brilliant. It's constructive as well, so if you haven't got the space to build your massive train set, which most people haven't, you have a computer, just have a go with that, and you can actually build a complete world, a complete kingdom. There you go. Just Control and Z will just shift that around. You can move your shift as well. Your shift and your mouse, your left mouse button will lift that up and down as well to wherever you want it. So there we go, a couple of Control and Z, shift up and down with the mouse, and you can, after a while, there you go, they're all placed down. And now the next thing to do is just fill in this little gap where the grass is showing underneath there, just to extend the pavement there, or the pathway, the edge pathway. And again, that's still using your Control and Z or Z button to twist it around. You can angle snap if you want to, or you can just click out the angle snap, and then you've got more refined twisting and turning in there as well. And then of course you're shifting your mouse button, which will drag it up and down to the right, and they melt into each other as well. If you do it right, like the pavements, they will all melt into each other, and they'll look like they're all one piece, which is really good. There's lots of tools here, and it's also, if you've got Planet Zoo, they're more or less the same sort of tools and the way you work with everything, except Planet Zoo has got some fantastic scenery in there. It's very similar to this, but it just, for some reason, it just goes that one better. I'm going to add down a few more seats, although he's got some seats down there already. We've got some seats, but I'm just going to add a few more. And the colour's a bit different as well. I've got the green, they're more of a bluey green. They're more correct, I think, really, but we're just going to add a few more just to simply show you what can and where it can be done. And I'm doing this kind of quickly as well, really. And what I want to do is I want to put a tram line down the middle here. It won't let you do this straight away. I don't want the train here. We've already got a train running around the perimeter. So I've got to lift this up in the air using the shift and mouse button. Build as much of this as I can. Get rid of the train station once you've got that, and just leave the lines. Now I've got to sink that back down, and it should be able to do that. You have to play around with it a little bit, but just so that those two lines, and they look like tram tracks, not train tracks. So get rid of the sleepers. There you go. The sleepers have disappeared, and you've now got your tram tracks that will be running up any of the main streets in all the Disneylands. Now it's a case of now placing down some of the ready-made scenery and rides. Peter Pan's Flight, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's where you're going to place it. We don't want it to, we want a little bit wider than that. There are no roadways or paths down there now. As you can see, it's just literally all green land, and that's going to all change as we go through. Carousel, yeah, we're going to add a carousel. I'm doing this very, very quickly here. You might want to sink it down just a little bit, just to bring it to the right level. And you can add quite a lot of this. You can do all this yourself. You can add trees in yourself. Now what I'm doing, I'm going to lay a pathway here. I'm going into the path section, and I'm going to select a grid. See, that's usually starts on the side and anywhere, and you literally, what I'm doing now, it will fill up large, vast areas. You'll notice the more you do it, the more it starts to slow down as well, the more of a specific part. So just going to change the colours here actually, so the path still remains there. I'm just simply going to change it. So there we go. There's your path. Going to add a few more bits and pieces, as you can see around the top there. It's a small world there down on its own over the side there, and now I'm just simply expanding the surrounding areas so that I can build more onto it, and then eventually I'll have something that looks very much like this. So I've added all the water there. You just dig down using your terrain tools and then just simply fill it with water very quickly. I'll have to do some tutorials on these sometimes to show you exactly how all that comes together. So thank you very much once again for watching. Hope you enjoyed this upload. I've enjoyed putting it all together. It's taken me about a week and a half, 10 days to put all this together. Do subscribe to my channel so you're up to date with all my latest. And I'll see you all again very soon on YouTube. Thanks very much. Bye.